All right, check this out, folks, from Batman Returns. This is from 1992, the Diecast series from ERTL. ERTL's no longer with us in its ERTL form, but those molds have been bought out, gone on to greener pastures, more or less. This is Batman in a pretty ridiculous pose, but these are nice, heavy metal pieces. They come on the cards. Typical shelfware. These are about 30 years old, so you'd expect them to be in pretty beat up condition. They're surprisingly good. This one here is Batman in this crazy lean to pose. The bubble is tight. There does not appear to be any discoloration to it. If you can see right here, the way my finger, not discolored. No cracks, no damage, no nothing. And of course, this little authenticity hologram there. Surprising that was a pretty new technology for 1992. You saw it on the sports memorabilia and collectibles, but you didn't see it too often. These type of things. There you go. That's Batman from ERTL, 1992. Here you go, folks. Part of the Batman Returns Diecast metal series. This is the Penguin. If you remember the movie, he was pretty much the prominent bad guy, if you don't count Max Schreck. I don't think anybody does. We'll show you the bubble itself. Is pretty no discoloration there. It's on a yellow background behind it, so it looks yellowed when you're looking at it. But if I show you the side here, you can see no discoloration, or at least not a ton. A slight discoloration. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's hard to tell what's the reflection of that yellow, but it's pretty clear all around. It's tight on that card. No damage. A little bit of crack right at the bottom. Let me show you that to you. Whoop. Show you that right there. This is a nice, heavy die-cast version of Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Pretty neat right there. The card is in fairly good condition. A little bit of chewed up right here. You know, it's whacked a few things. It's hit few pieces, but mostly just your typical shelfware. I'll show you the back as well. It shows you all the other goodies in this series, which will be coming up in our next auction. And we'll flip them back over so you can see this. We'll show a size marker in there so you can see exactly what the size is. Tiny little guy. He's about 2 inches or so right there. So 1/1 scale for Danny DeVito. And that ought to do it. So head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see this and all the other items we've got. Leave free bids, ask questions, do whatever it is you need to do to get this guy into your collection. Batman Returns, a Penguin. Here you go, folks. Next up, from Batman and ERTL, 1992. This was Batman Returns. You got Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Remember her role in the movie. Pretty neat right there. By ERTL, they make obviously die-cast cars and such, but they also made a lot of these kind of die-cast figures. So it's a little bit of a rarity. You don't see these come up too often. She's about 2 inches or so right there. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Maybe 2 1/4 or so. And they come on this nice card. The card is pretty good. You can see discoloration. Not a ton of discoloration through down to the bottom. Pretty good. No cracks. No damage. No crush wear on the bubble itself. Bubble's pretty tight on the card. And we'll let the lights shine off of this card so you can get an idea. A little discoloration on the J-tag protector, but otherwise really nice card from a really neat series. Head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can leave your pre-bids right now. Get this in your collection. The Batman Returns Catwoman from ERTL. Here you go, folks. Check this out. The Penguin Commando. Do you remember this from the movie? I think we all do. This was a great piece right here. Combination of animatronics and little persons manning those suits. Tim Burton's, I think, one of his crowning moments, one of his crowning achievements there. Getting these Emperor Penguins, these Penguin Commandos in that movie. Fun little movie it was. The bubble itself, it's got some schmutz on the bottom, some shelf dirt, shelf schmutz on it. We'll flip it over on the back side. You see a little discoloration on the card, but otherwise Check out the way the light shines on it. You can see nothing too major. The bubble itself is nice and tight on that card. I really like this card art. I like the look of the first movie better, but this is still very nice. So it's tight, no crush wear or damage or anything like that. Sometimes, I'm not seeing any, but sometimes it helps to feel around for it as well. So a fairly decent card. A little bit of waviness, wear here and there, and of course the authenticity hologram right there. Something you'd see on sports collectibles at that time, but not too often on these kind of pieces. Either way, all around a neat piece. Get you the size marker right there, so you can see it's about 1.5 inches, something like that. Maybe 1.5. The card's about that big, so there you have it. Head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see this and all the other items we've got available. Coming up at our next live auction event, you can leave your pre-bids right now, right here. You just hit that button, or you come back live for the live closing event. Get your hands on this, the Penguin Commando from Batman Returns.